Okay, my story this week. We're going to jump forward 50 years from the start of yours, and we're going to go to 1930. And the protagonist for my story today is a man called Thomas Fitzpatrick, but he's more commonly known as Tommy Fitz, which I think is a cool name. He sounds like he should be a fighter.
It's a cool name. You could have that name. You could use that name.
He called me Fit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, boy.
At the age of 15,
Yeah.
he lied about his age in order to serve in World War II.
Oh my God. Not again.
Long-term fans of the podcast will know that World War II has been in here quite a bit.
We should call this World War II stories at this point.
We're only glancing over World War II
Okay,
today, as lots
cool.
of people in the past didn't have the chance to do. We are just going to briefly go in and out, dip our toe in
Was
World
that
War
a dig?
II.
The people that died in World War II?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Tommy joined the Marine Corps and he fought in China. And during his time in the military, he learned to fly reconnaissance aircrafts, which are like spy planes, you know, the ones that fly really high and they can see everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do.
They've got a long lens.
Yeah, they do something like that.
Yeah.
And he was discharged from the Marines 2 years after the war. After that, he wasn't quite done with the military, so he rejoined the army and he was stationed in Japan. And he was due to return home, but then the Korean War began. And obviously you don't return home at the start of a war. So he remained there between 1950 and 1953, which was the duration of that war. And he became the first person from New York to be wounded in Korea. And he received a Purple Heart for his service, for this heroic act.
A what?
A Purple Heart, which is like it's a badge of honor for somebody that's...
Oh, right, okay.
I think if you've been wounded in service, you get a Purple Heart.
Right.
He didn't actually have a Purple Heart.
Because it was like a medical condition or something.
No.
Stress induced.
No, he was given a badge, like at school when you get Star of the Week. It's like that, but a bit more intense.
That's good. That's nice for him.
And then he left the military and he started working as a steam fitter in New York.
A what?
A steam fitter.
What's
You're going to ask what one of those is?
I would love to know what one of them is.
So would I. It's something to do with pipes. I think pipes that steam comes through, he like fits them.
Okay. He's like Mario.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, okay. I think he was a steam fitter. In 1956, okay, this is where we get to the core of our story. Tommy was drinking in a bar in New York. And drunk, he started making bets with other bar dwellers. And he made one bet that was particularly interesting. And that was that he said, I bet you I could travel from New Jersey to New York in 15 minutes. And that's a 70-mile journey.
Oh.
So can you please do the maths now? Completely unedited. We're not going to edit down how long this takes you. How fast would he have to go to get 70 miles in 15 minutes?
Pretty fast.
I'm glad you didn't give a real answer because I don't know whether it would be correct or not. But he would have to go chuffing fast.
Yes.
Okay. And he took this bet incredibly seriously.
Okay.
He screams the sort of guy who what? You think I can't jump higher than you? Come on, then jump right now and I'll do it. Yeah. He takes it way too seriously, and he travels to Teterboro Airport in New Jersey, which was known for flight schools and private planes. And he sees one of these small private planes, and he thinks, that's my way in to winning this bet and to making a mole out of this man who made the bet. And he steals...
How much is up for grab?
I don't know.
Okay.
He just made a bet.
All right.
I think it was probably like $5. You know, it was one of those ridiculous things.
And he's going to risk stealing a plane.
They might have just said, I bet you can't do it. And he's like, you what?
Okay.
It's like if I said to you, I bet you can't do a bottle flip now. It's like the equivalent of that. But
no.
He was just probably had really fragile masculinity. He was like, if I don't do this, then they might think I'm not a man.
No. Oh, and that's the worst.
Not being known as a man is awful.
Awful.
So he stole a small single-engine plane at about 3 a.m.
What?
And he flew it without lights or a radio, and he landed it right outside the bar that he had made that bet in. Like on the street, straight outside the bar.
I mean, they have big roads in America.
Yeah,
so
and this is a small plane. So
yeah,
those two facts together, it lands nicely.
It's the perfect combo. Yeah.
And remember that he is a very experienced pilot. So he walks straight into that bar and he says, look outside. And they look out the window and they're like, oh my God, Tommy Fitz, you've done it. And they high five him and he's like, you're a man, we knew you were.
Yeah, boy.
And they don't hug because men don't hug.
Men. No.
They just give each other a little fist
handshake.
bump and then they nod and walk in opposite directions.
Yeah, and then slap each other on the ass.
The plane's owner didn't press charges, but Tommy was given a $100 fine, which is about $1,100 today.
So he's $100 down in this bet. Because if he's made like...
He's won morals and he's won
that's the main thing.
The pride of it. We're going to jump forward a little bit now. To 1958, 2 years later. Tommy went out drinking again.
Oh, no.
I think Tommy might have a problem.
Yeah. Well, he's only been out twice, to be fair, in like 30 years.
He took on a lot of booze.
Okay.
I just read that word for it that was written. He took on a lot of booze. I think I might have to go home, guys. I've taken on so much booze. And he started reciting the tale of his incredible achievement of landing the plane outside the bar. This is a different bar.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't even be able to say, no, look, the plane was this wide. Look how wide the road is. It's all in their imagination.
Yeah.
And the bar dwellers are saying, Tommy, shut up. You've taken on so much booze. You're obviously just telling one of your booze tales.
Yeah.
And he does not like that. What we know about Tommy now is that he does not like a joke. He is not a man with a sense of humor.
No.
If you say to him, turn left, he turns left. Even if to his left is death.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Rightfully so, I say.
Yeah. He spoke about it with absolute pride. It's like his life achievement.
Well, it is impressive.
It is impressive, yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like, oh, yeah, that's quite cool. That anecdote's done now. Don't mention it again, Tommy. And then it'll be like, guys.
Do you remember that time?
Remember that time I told you about that plane thing I did? Do you want to hear it again? There was one guy, though, who was like, Tommy, I just don't believe you whatsoever. Like, really adamant. Was like, nose to nose, like, Tommy, shut your damn mouth, you liar. I look you dead in the eyes and I know that the truth is nowhere near you. You would sneeze if the truth came near you.
Get a life.
And he hated that. Yeah. He was angered by this skepticism. And he decided to prove his point in the best possible way. And he put his hand out and he said, I bet you I can do it again. And that guy grabbed his hand, shook it and said, off you fly, chicken.
Because famously, they can fly.
They can.
Maybe it was a witty joke. What a guy.
He went to the same airfield, the private airfield, and he stole another small aircraft. He took it into the air, and there's no lights. He's got no radio. You know, planes rely on communication, and they rely on all the satellites.
What, even back then?
Well, yeah, what did you think they did? Surely in...
Wait, when are we now? What time?
1958.
Oh, yeah, of course, sorry.
It wasn't that long ago.
I thought we were earlier than that. I thought we were pre-World War II, but no, he's fought in World War II.
Oh, in World War II, did they just have like planes that had nothing whatsoever? It was just like,
just a big map on the screen.
Put the map down, I can't see out the front window. He flies this plane in the air, pitch black, can't see anything, but he's Tommy Fitz. He knows a thing or two about the skies.
Yeah.
He lands it. He doesn't actually land it outside the bar this time. I'm going to give merit to him here and say it's probably not because he doesn't have that in his toolbar kit. That's maybe because it's not a plane-worthy road.
Right.
And maybe in those 2 years, it was a bit more industrialized.
The speed bumps.
Yeah, the speed bumps. And he was caught after he landed because it's just ridiculous. He actually tried to land it on the roof of a local high school.
What?
And he was given, they arrested him and he was given a 6-month prison sentence.
Well, I guess it's like a 1 month, it's a one-time thing, really, isn't it? They'll let you off once. If you do it once, it's like, you know, fair play.
But I don't even know whether he got in trouble for the first one, to be honest with you.
Well, you got $100 fine.
I know, but like, was that kind of just like when they put a ticket on your car when you park somewhere you're not supposed to park?
They just ticketed him. Can't park there, double yellows.
You can't park there. He became a bit of a legend.
Yeah.
And there's now a cocktail named after him called the Late Night Flight.
All right.
Which you can buy in New Jersey.
And did this guy, this knobhead, who was like giving him stuff in the bar, did he eat his words?
Yeah, he died with a red face.
Good.
Real stories.